Howdy ho, new friend. You're here because you want to know exactly what's on the inside of the R.O.R app. Good. That's the right question to ask. So before you spend money on anything, let's get into it because I'm going to answer everything. So by the end of this video, you know exactly what you're getting, exactly what it does, and exactly why nothing else on the market works the way R.O.R does. So let's get into it. The very first thing the app does is figure out your mind and how it actually works under pressure. Not how you've been told it works, not what some personality quiz on social media would say. This is your real wiring. It only takes a few minutes, but once it's done its assessment, every single thing on the app and whatever it gives you from that point forward was built around you specifically. That's why generic content has never worked for you, because generic content was never built for you. Well, this is. And that piece alone, if you tried to get it anywhere else, would run you about $300 a month. Then every morning, before you pick up your phone or open your inbox, you're actually going to spend 10 minutes inside the app here in R.O.R. And it'll walk you through the sequence built around how your mind works and what you actually need that day. You're not picking from a menu, you're not guessing, and you're certainly not scrolling through 100 options trying to find the right one for you that day. This system, it already knows. And so the reason it can do that is because of what's actually built into it. This isn't one method dressed up as a system. It's over 23 different clinical modalities integrated and routed for you in real time. You're getting RTT therapy, NLP, CBT, EMDR, informed protocols, somatic recalibration, polyvagal regulation, internal family systems, acceptance and commitment therapy, DBT, EFT, tapping, breathworks, schema therapy. It goes on and on, you guys. There's a whole lot, but it's positive psychology, mindfulness based stress reduction, narrative therapy. It's all attached in there. A single human therapist can't hold all of this at once, but this app can. And it pulls the right one at the exact right moment that you need it based on what your wiring actually needs and what you're telling us is going on. So this is what a whole team of specialists would put together for you if you could afford a whole team of specialists. So that's why I created R.O.R. This app can. And you're looking at about $10,000 worth of therapy infrastructure built into your morning. And then there's the one thing that, well, nothing else on the market has. And I want you to really hear me on this one, okay? Whenever you feel anxious, overwhelmed, angry, panic, shut down, whatever the moment is, you open up the R.O.R app, tap one button, follow the voice for 60 to 90 seconds, and you come back to yourself in the moment. Not an hour later, not the next morning, right now. So the afternoon that you would have lost, you're going to get that back. The conversation that would have spiraled, you walk into regulated. The 2 a.m. spiral that would have taken your sleep away from you that night, no way, Jose, you're putting it down. Now compare that to any other tool out there that doesn't actually intervene, and you're looking at about, well, $97 a month for those bad boys. Not here. Now, you're also going to get a second library. Guess what? It's clinically engineered, rolling out across all of the platform. There are hundreds of sessions across every state your nervous system moves through. So whether that's calm, focus, sleep, recovery, activation, or integration, doesn't really matter. Every track is built around the specific frequency or brainwave pattern. So you put your headphones on, that's it, and the system does all the work for you. So as a founding 500 member, every new track that loads is yours for life, because they're not all actually in that system yet, but they're coming. So right now, that library alone is worth about $2,000. $1,500. Then I forgot to mention, you guys are actually going to get the storm guide as well. And this one is for free. And I did that on purpose. There's no login, no paywall, no email gate. It lives at resetIgnite.com/storm guide. And it's there for you, for someone you love at 2 a.m. or for the friend who just got their diagnosis. It's for anyone in crisis, really. And I did that for the people in crisis in the moment they're in crisis. You send them this link and they're going to get the protocol. They're going to get to use it right there. And they never, ever need to subscribe. Ever. That kind of access, when someone you love is in the middle of it, is honestly priceless. And then the very last piece that we offer, the one most people don't even realize they're getting, you're now buying access to one thing on the outside, but on the inside, you're walking into a whole house filled with stuff. And as we open up dedicated environments for specific patterns and conditions, you're going to have access to it all. As we build new ones, you'll have access. As founding 500 members, every new layer is included for you forever, and you will never be asked to upgrade. If you tried to assemble equivalent specialized programs separately, well, you'd be looking at about $1,200 a month. So let me put this in real terms for you because I want you to understand exactly what you're walking into compared to everything else out there. If you tried the meditations apps like Calm or Headspace, you'd already know they cost around, maybe $70 to $100 a year. And they're actually pretty great for what they are. They give you guided meditations and sleep stories. What they don't do is know who you are, what you need, and calibrate to your nervous system. Or they don't even step in when you're already mid-spiral at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. They're just a library. We here at R.O.R are a system. So if you've tried online therapy like BetterHealth or Talkspace, well, that runs about $260 or more a month. And yes, you're going to get a real human, but you also do here. And that matters. But what you don't get is a therapist available the second you actually need one. A therapist trained in over 20 different methods at once. Or a method that intervenes in real time when the moment is actually happening. No, there you get a weekly appointment. Boo hiss! We give you something you can reach for the second your body needs it. And if you've tried the newer nervous systems apps like Breeze or Liven, guess what? They look a lot like ours, but they're not. You're going to pay about $48 a month for those apps, and they're a bit closer to what we do, but they don't have the real-time intervention. They don't have the personalization built around your specific wiring or the integrated ecosystem that grows around you as your needs change. They don't work with you. They're simply guided content. We here at R.O.R are calibrated infrastructure. So if you try to assemble what you're about to unlock here, the specialists, the frequency work, the real-time intervention, the specialized programs, well, you'd spend about $14,000 and you still won't even get what we are offering here because it won't be all integrated in your voice. But you do get it integrated here for you at R.O.R. And as one of the founding 500, it's only $14.99 a month for you. I did that on purpose so you can see that it really works. And then after that, it goes up to $67 a month, and it's well worth it. But guess what? You are going to be locked in for life. Every new layer, every new program, every new protocol, it's all included. It's never going to be repriced for you. So lock your founding rate right now while the door is still open. Now, if you ever want to go deeper than the app can take you, that's where the full one-to-one RTT hypnotherapy comes in with me and my team. That's the kind of work that resolves things at the root in 1 to 2 single sessions. That's available inside the premium programs, inside the app, and the app will tell you when you're ready for it. You don't get it before that. But I promise you, the one-on-one is not required to get results here. Spend a year on this app, and you won't need us anymore. That's our goal, that's our promise. But while I do have your attention around this, I do want to say one thing and be very clear, because you won't hear it from anywhere else in the industry. Every other platform out there is built to keep you paying. Yeah, they don't care if you heal. That's their business model. The longer you stay broken, the longer they collect. They have no incentive to actually finish the work, because finishing the work means you stop using them. They lose you as a customer. But R.O.R, well, R.O.R is built the opposite way. The whole point of this system is to graduate you out of it, usually within a year. And to do this, you have to do the work completely from day one, starting the day you reach the app. But you know what? You're going to realize that you don't need to do it any other way. This is it. Wasting your time is not what you want to do. You're going to jump on board with this, because R.O.R is not a side effect. Graduating you out of us is our goal. That's the entire reason why I built this platform, is because most of our therapy systems out there are built to keep you there, not to help you leave, not to make you better. I'd rather have you here for 90 days or a full year and fully transform you, and then you go off and tell everybody you know. And then they're going to get locked in, and so on and so on and so on. That's the pattern that's going to work for us. That's the profit we're looking at. So we profit when you finish and you tell the world how good this was for you. But they're going to only profit when you stay. So if you're tired of paying for tools that quietly need you to stay stuck, you found the one that's built for you to leave. Now remember, there are only 500 founding spots. So if you want it at the $14.99 price point, jump now. Once they're gone, they are gone. And the price is going up to $67, no exception. Everyone after that 500 pays full rate. So if you've watched it this far, you already know whether this is for you. So scroll down, claim your spot, and I'll see you on the inside.